which now brings us down to his parting testimony, his final speech in chapter 23 and 24.
So farewell speeches show up in a lot of places in Scripture. We'll put a list here of other places in Scripture you can see farewell speeches, and you can read them and compare them and contrast them. But often the purpose of the farewell speech is to summarize the most important doctrines or principles that leader has learned in their lives, and also to point people to God and faithfulness to Him. And I'll point out particularly Mosiah chapter 2 through 6. This is King Benjamin. He has a farewell speech. Actually, another really interesting one is 2 Nephi chapter 1 through 4, Lehi's farewell speech. So if you're interested in seeing these similarities of how God's leaders, when they come to the end of their life, how do they summarize the most important things? It follows the conditional covenantal pattern that we saw beginning at Mount Sinai. It just follows the same structure. If ye keep my commandments, ye shall prosper in the land. So we could read very deeply all 2 chapters, all verses in there, but the summary is, if you keep my commandments, ye shall prosper in the land. And that's often what you see is going on in these final farewell speeches. In fact, one more farewell speech, Jesus, John chapter 14 to 17. That's his farewell speech. So very fascinating to look at how these farewell speeches function and the teachings, doctrines, and principles that we see in these chapters.